Hey guys, it's Rebel Beauty1, and this is a story time of when I had a racist teacher in 7th grade. So basically, when I first started 7th grade, you have all your teachers, but I'm not sure if the schools were different to where you only had one 7th grade teacher, like usually, like when you're in kindergarten through maybe 6th, you have one teacher who teaches you all the subjects. Well, in 7th grade at our school, we had like 4 teachers for the different subjects, like history, math, language arts, and biology. And all my teachers were nice to me, except for my language arts teacher. And mind you, that's the subject that I excel in. Well, I still do. I excel in all of my, I excel in all of them, in all of my majors, I guess you would say. But, I really enjoyed language arts and stuff, and that was my pride and joy. So, I'm not going to say her name, but I'm going to say, we can call her Miss Bish. Yeah, we're going to call her Miss Bish, because she was a bish, and I hated her. And I still hated her. Why am I talking so weird? I hated her, and I still hate her. So, what she did was basically, she would always try to exclude me from all the projects and group works and, stuff like that. And, she would tell us to pick our own partners. And when, everyone's gonna go pick their friends and stuff. So obviously, I'm gonna go pick my friend. And my best friend at the time, was a girl who was Navajo. And if you guys don't know what Navajo is, it's basically Indian, but it's one of the tribes, I guess. I'm not sure, but I know she was Indian, but Navajo, that's all I knew about her. But anyways, so we would always, work together and stuff like that. And then every time we would work together, the teacher, Miss Bish, she would always come over, and she always had something to say. She always had something bad to say. She always had to say, oh, you're not working, your work's not done, you're not doing this. Or she would one time she grabbed my paper, and she was like, there's no work done on here. And I was like, Miss Bish, what are you talking about? There's 1,000 words on here, the whole thing is completed. And she just kept yelling at us. And I'm like, she was like, you guys, all you guys are doing is talking, you're not doing your work. And I was like, we're not doing our work because we finished already. We told you that we were finished, and you said okay, and you said that we can sit down and talk. So that's what we did, and we were just talking and stuff. And then that's when she came over there and started bitching to us. And I was really confused. I was like, do you have amnesia or something? Because you said it yourself that we can sit down and talk after we are finished and everything. And she just kept saying, no, I never said that, you guys never got up out of your chairs, you guys never did this, you guys never did that, there's no work on here. And I'm like, do you not see the English words that are written on that paper? Do you not see that story I wrote? And she just kept trying to make excuses and lies and stuff about us, about the situation and stuff. And then finally she was just like, you know what, Taisha, you need to go sit over there. And she made me sit by her desk, because we were sitting in rows of 2s. I guess I'll tell you to explain it. But so I was sitting basically I was sitting a few rows back, but somebody else that I didn't like at the time was sitting in my chair. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go sit up here, and where I sat was by her desk. And then she I sat there, and I was just and I was just thinking to myself, I was like, why would she do this? She's always, picking on me. She always has something to say about me. She's always doing stuff to me. She's always, picking me out of the crowd. And, other kids did bad things too, and she didn't point it out. But she would always, find my faults, or my, she would just do everything to get me in trouble. So then I was just sitting there, and I guess I took out some more work out of my backpack, because I remember doing some work. And then she came over, and she was like, and she got down on her knees, and she was like, I don't like how your behavior was, so I'm going to be sending you to a different classroom so you can reflect on your behavior. And I'm like, in my, like, what I said in my head, I was like, are you serious? Like, I didn't even do anything. I didn't talk back. Well, I did kind of talk back, but I was talking back to defend myself, to let you know that I was working and doing my work and stuff like that. Like, you know, I didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't do anything to where you can send me out. And I told her that too. I was like, what did I do wrong then? Like, all I did was tell you that we were working and our work was done and we were just talking and you gave us permission. And, you know, and then she was like, you have an attitude, you kept over talking me, you kept doing this and that and this and that and that. And I'm like, no, I wasn't. Like, in my head, I was like, no, I wasn't at all. I was just sitting there and taking your bullets so I can shoot them back at you. So then she ended up writing me a reflection form. And, you know, if you guys don't know what a reflection form is, it's basically like, I can't remember if it was a purple slip, and it was like, what I did was, blah, 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 what can I do to fix this, why did I do it, you know, stuff like that. So, she gave me that, and then she told me to go to the room next door, and I was so heated and hot and hurt and angry, so I didn't go to the room next door. I went straight to the office because I was going to tell the principal what she was doing, and I have, you know, reported her in the past and told the principal what she was doing and how she kept, you know, just basically isolating me from everyone else. So then I went in the office and I sat down there, and then, like, I waited for, like, after I called my mom and everything and explained the situation, and I was still waiting for the principal. I don't remember what the principal was doing, but I didn't see her that day, but I was waiting for my mom, and then, like, maybe, like, 20 minutes later, she came, and she had, like, all these papers, a stack of papers, like, this big, and she was like, you need to fill these out, or this is the work you haven't completed, and yada yada this, and yada yada that, and I was like, I have all that work turned in. You've seen me turn it in. Other students have seen me turn it in. I have proof that I've turned that stuff in. I think you just got blanks of that stuff, so you can make me do it over again. I told her that, and she was like, oh, are you talking back to me? I said, no, I'm just telling you that I did that work already. And then she was like, Miss yada yada yada, can you put a check mark on Taisha's report thingy for talking back and disobeying and yada yada this and yada yada that. And the teacher she was talking to, I was really close with, and she was like, Taisha, and I'm like, why are you believing her? Like, you know I don't do that kind of stuff, so I'm gonna have to talk to you later. So then but she was shocked, and then the teacher, she was just sitting there, like, staring at me, like, and I'm like, okay, like, I'm not gonna do that work over again because I already finished it, so, you know, and I have proof. And then, you know, my mom came up there, we talked about it, we started, like, having conferences and stuff, and she would still lie, saying that my work wasn't there. She would hide my work, so, like, when we would go find it, because, yeah, she would hide my work, and then the principal would be like, okay, we're gonna go in this room, and we're gonna find this work, to see if Taisha had actually did it. So we would go in there, look for it, and we found it all the time, that she hid it. And she would hide it kind of, like, in the same place, or in the same area. So I don't remember if she got in trouble. I think she got in trouble, like, when we left, but, like, when we were there, she was like, she would lie and say, oh, I misplaced it there, or Taisha must have placed it there. And I'd be like, girl, I put it on your desk, like, like, what my mom actually was like, Taisha, she looked at me, she was like, Taisha, where did you place the papers at? And I was like, this is my moment. This is the moment of truth. I was like, I placed the papers. I placed all of my papers, all of my work on Miss Bish's desk. And the principal was like, well, Taisha seems, Taisha knows that she placed the papers on your desk, so, Mrs. Burnham, what would you like to do? And, you know, they would just talk it out and stuff, but, like, after that, she would like try to avoid me, but she would still try to exclude me from things. So the problem never really got resolved until after I left, that middle school, because being that this happened in like 7th grade. So the problem never really resolved itself until after I left middle school. And yeah, and when I was like in 8th grade, there was a lot of students talking about her, saying how they were getting the same treatment from her, and how she was doing this to them and doing that to them. And actually, like, now that I look back on that day, well, on that year, we never really learned anything from her class. She would only like teach us, she would teach us like one subject, and we would stay on the subject the whole year, learning about the same thing. And she would just mostly talk about what she ate, why she eats it, how she's trying to get healthy. She would ask us if we wanted to eat some of it, and she just wasn't a really good teacher. And so in 8th grade, all of us that was in her class, well, basically, because since all the 7th graders shared all the same language arts teacher, all of us in 8th grade were way behind on the stuff we were supposed to learn on 7th grade, because she didn't teach it to us in 7th grade. So our other language arts teacher, 8th grade language arts teacher, was mad at us. She was getting mad at us because she said, she kept saying that we should have known this stuff. But then we explained to her, that she wasn't really teaching us anything. And then she came to an understanding, like, okay, you know what, I'm not going to be angry. I'm just going to direct my anger to this teacher, I guess. But I'm not going to take it out on you guys, because you guys had nothing to do with it. It's not your fault, stuff like that. And, like, we would try to talk to Miss Bish about it and be like, we've already learned this. We need to move on already. We mastered it already, So that's basically it. That was basically the story time of when I had a racist teacher. And hopefully that's the only racist teacher I have to encounter in my entire life. But life doesn't always go as it seems. Life doesn't always go as you want it to. So, if you have a racist teacher, just go directly to the principal. Don't try to talk to that teacher. Don't try to, bargain with it. Because I feel like if you're going to be racist to a race and think your race is superior to all the other ones, you're not a person, you're a thing. So, yeah, if you have that problem, tell your parents immediately. And if your parents can't do nothing, go straight to the principal, go straight to the office, fill out reports, do everything you can, because that teacher will not stop unless, they're spoken to by someone who is superior than them. So, hopefully if you guys do have a racist teacher or a teacher that's bothering you, you guys get it solved, or you get help with that situation. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed my story, and there should be another video up tomorrow, if not on Monday after school. I don't know why I'm happy about that. I shouldn't be happy about that, but it's early release, so anyways, goodbye. Love you.